Hello, everyone. Welcome to Developing Palates. I'm Aaron Loomis, coming to you from the Drew Estate Studio. With me today is Seth Geis, and from the Pastani Studio, John McTavish. How you guys doing?
Doing great.
Good man. It's going to be a happy Canada Day in just under a week. Exciting times.
Because you guys just gotta always copy our holidays.
That's right.
So, all right.
Except we do them on slightly different days.
You
Just
do
to
want
just
you do them on Mondays instead of
yeah, Mondays or like Thursdays or whatever.
yeah, yeah.
Uh,
All right. So today we are talking about the ADVentura, the Royal Return, the Chancellor Toro. Cigar is 6" by 52. Comes out of the Tabacalera William Ventura factory in the Dominican Republic. Wrapper is Corojo, the binder is from Dominican Republic, and the filler is Sumatra. It is blended by Henderson Ventura. Price point is $18, and the cigar was released in March of 2024. So with all that out of the way, Seth, what was your overall experience like with this cigar?
Yeah, I mean, I think the highlight, I'll be honest, was the appearance of the cigar. But the first third just begins with some like soft spices, cedar, hay, tobacco. It's a drier, little faint flavor profile. There's this like damp barnyard quality with the cigar, and it's not like like sometimes they talk about like barnyard and like rich manure, and it's like a positive thing, but this is like a damp barnyard, like not, like, oh man, I just stepped in shit. Um, so it just had that Sumatra vibe. And it just really kind of continued through on. In fact, in the final third, it just got to be, I was smoking for you, man. I mean, not
Yeah.
you guys, I was smoking for Aaron because I was like, shit. Um, yeah, I was really bummed, and we'll get to it when we do an overall. John?
Yeah, there's not going to be a lot of difference here. Started out with earth and spice combination, dry wood and spices in the finish. Wood and spices moved up to medium strength on the retrohale pretty quickly, and then there's a kind of a light plus sourness, which provided kind of an offsetting flavor. Not sure really worked for me, but it was interesting. Lingering pepper on the post draw as it progressed, and then spices and pepper kind of pulled back to light plus about the 1 inch mark. Purple kind of settled into is sweet wood, tobacco, a little bit of mild bread, a little bit of wood, a little bit of earth. That was kind of the first third, and then second third, medium spices right off the hop, mild bread in the center, and then dry spicy wood on the finish, and then that was it. Like it didn't really change. Kind of remained stable, and then there was sort of a really heavy tannin quality that came through on the wood on the halfway point. And it was actually medium full, like it was almost overwhelming in the palate. And that was the case for really the entire last half of that second third. And then, like Seth said, man, that last third I was really smoking for the audience, smoking for you guys out there. Wood, dry wood, tannic wood, Woody Wood, Woody Wooderson, and the Woodwood gang. Like I was really reaching for. I'm like, come on, there's got to be something else here. It was all wood, and it became so drying in the palate. I smoked that one to the bitter end, and I was like, yeah, this is not my thing. Burn was great. Draw had a slight snugness to it, just a slightest bit of snugness. So not a perfect burn, just under a perfect burn. Yeah, pretty average overall for me. Aaron, what about you?
Yeah, for me, the cigar started with musty toasted cedar along with some mild black pepper. Got some dusty earth that joined in pretty quickly, and the black pepper departed a bit later. Second third saw the black pepper return and some light chalkiness joined in for a bit. Then the final third saw the pepper pick up a fair amount, and then the earth and pepper mellow towards the end. Cigar had a average flavor profile throughout, kind of focused around that musty cedar, earth, and black pepper. I had a decent number of construction issues with my cigar. It went out 3 times in the first 2 thirds, and the straw was pretty snug for most of the cigar. Opened up a little bit in the final third, but um, those things all might have been tied in together. Not sure how much of it influence that had on the flavor profile, but I really just don't see myself coming back to this. Flavor profile just wasn't good. Construction wasn't there. Price point's really high. It just all the things kind of stacked against it. So just not something for me. All right, let's get into the scores. We're going to start at the top with John at 5.25. I gave it a 5.05 and Seth gave it a 4.08. So John, how'd that 5.25 match up for you?
You never want to hear me being a high score at 5.25. Sadly, that did match up well. The flavor profile was below average. Slight draw issue, but that really wasn't what impacted the score. Surprising, disappointing. Those are the words I would use to describe, but the score is bang on.
Yeah, my 505 matches up well. Average flavor profile throughout. Construction, just something to be, something to be desired there. Burn and draw issues both just kind of knocked it down. But I mean, even without that, it's only going to be in the mid fives anyway, so it didn't really matter. All right, Seth, 4.08.
Listen, when I go low, I go low. It was it was bad, man. It was bad for Ventura. It was bad. It's kind of one of those things where like, man, when a Dominican cigar sucks, it sucks. And this is one of those like, yeah, it sucked. I mean, it wasn't even like shitty in like a 2024 version. This was like, let's go back to 2007 when like, man, that sucked. And like this is right there. And then the band on top of it just really irritated me. And I think after this cigar, I'm sick and tired of this aluminum foil.
Oh, you don't like the aluminum foil, hey?
I'm done with it now.
I kind of dig it.
Well, yeah, that's all I got on it. It was bad.
Any other thoughts from you, John?
This is not what I expect out of Henderson. If I were playing the dad role here, I'd be like, I know you're capable of more than this, and I'm really disappointed. And like, I've tasted some of the cigars you've put out that are blockbusters, and this is so far from that it's hard to believe that it came out of your factory. And I don't know if it's the wrapper, like maybe the Corojo wrapper was just a dud, but man, would not have expected this. Yeah, unfortunately.
I would agree. It just seems weird. Lots of good cigars coming from Henderson, and
oh yeah, like crazy, and not like okay, like
just,
crazy good cigars.
Yeah, and the price point is kind of.
The price point's just like a little forearm shiver when you're kind of going down. It's like, oh, how about $18? Boom.
Yeah. All right. Wherever you
catch
this. Yeah. Wherever you catch this video, be sure to like and subscribe and check out the full written review on the website, developballots.com. Follow us on the social media channels, and you can catch all of our review recaps on podcasts on iTunes, Google Play, and Podbean. Thank you for tuning in. We will catch you on the next one.
The Royal Return.